the beginning of the elephant terrace. It was a royal plaza, and you can see the elephants there. They're not very clear. Go on slowly, you'll see numerous elephants underneath the plaza. The elephant terrace, and you come to the, and opposite it is a large green area, and this was Angkor Thom Square, where they did all sorts of things, sport, market, and there's some nice stone structures opposite. The whole town was 85 kilometers by 54 kilometers. An enormous place. We tend to think of just Angkor Wat, but Angkor Wat is just a temple, or one of the temples. There were 500 temples in the whole of Angkor. As I say, it was abandoned in the 15th century after constantly being invaded. Elephant terrace gives way to blokes kneeling with their arms up, holding the terrace up, and it protrudes forwards here, and there's the inevitable Naga, and at the front, lions. Past the central portion, the elephants start again. The Temple of the Leper King, which is some beautiful stone carving. This is the Leper King on top of his little terrace, because he had a toe and a finger missing there. They reckoned it was carved like that, and that he suffered from leprosy at the time. And if I just turn round, you will see the length of the elephant terrace there. Let's swing further round. You can see that huge central green area, which was the middle of the city of Angkor, which had 2 million citizens before they abandoned it and founded Phnom Penh in the 15th century, and it was rediscovered in the 19th century, and it's gradually being restored, but of course the restorations were all interrupted by the civil war, Pol Pot and his grim regime. In fact, in many of the stones, the guide keeps pointing out bullet holes where they've been fighting round here. Anyway, hopefully they'll get it all sorted out, nice and peaceful, and it will take donkey's years to fix it. In the temple, it's very low lying, and has a strange arrangement of pools. It's also a combination of Hinduism and Buddhism. And Japanese again. This is the arrangement of this temple. It's actually rectangular. The longer sides are 3.5 kilometres long and the shorter sides are 900 metres long, and it has a complicated arrangement. The surrounding lake, which is hatched blue here, is higher than the 4 pools, which are the little black blocks, and they in turn are higher than the centre pool. And then there's a series of embankments to prevent the water moving from one to the other. So it's obviously quite a complicated arrangement, and I don't want to explain it here. If you want to know more, you can read about it. There are 4 of these little fountains which link the inner pool with the small pools on the outside. People sit under this elephant. Water is poured in from the centre pool, comes out of the mouth of the elephant and washes the bad luck away from the person sitting underneath the elephant's mouth. And there are 4 of them. This one has an elephant, one has a horse, one has a Buddha, and one has a lion in it. And here you can see one of the smaller pools. This is a large pool with the Nirvana, which is part of the Buddhist religion, in the middle. And you can see the 4 little links between the inner pool and the 4 outer pools, where you sit under the mouth of the animal and you get ablution, or it's called ablution. You can see the little hole where they pour the water in from the inner pool into one of the little outer pools. This one is the Buddha, and it comes out of the Buddha's mouth on the other side of this little arched gargoyle, I think they call it. This temple you have to walk through across this causeway. It's quite long, and the land on both sides is flooded. I suspect the water's much higher than it usually is. Here you can see the outer retaining wall. Come on, don't stop. Ah!